Training types and companies. Paid training. You are generally paid while you obtain your CDL and ELDT certification. This is very rare in today's market, and you typically must commit to working for the employer, payer, for specified times, whether you want to or not. Contract or free training. This is also rare. Basically, you are trading your future time for money to be paid to a training provider for your training. You will be contractually bound to work for a company for a specific amount of time, even if you do not want to work for them. This may be available in areas where you live, it may not. It's not really free because you are giving up something, your future time, for this upfront money. Read the fine print of the commitment you are making. OJT paid training. This is when you've obtained your CDL plus ELDT training on your own using your own funds or credit. The company hires you, and in your early time with them, they will pay you to learn how to do the job on your own. Think of this like a paid apprenticeship. This is the best way to enter the industry in our expert opinion. These companies are one that Al, your CDL expert, has personally interacted with over 33 years. Some points about each of them. TMC is a venerable flatbed carrier and is actually owned by the employees. They are excellent at hiring new drivers and training them as entry-level drivers in the flatbed hauling space. Werner is a venerable multi-option megacarrier. They have a variety of load types. The company history is a great story of CL Werner starting with one truck and becoming the massive publicly traded company of today. Al has personally experienced excellent hiring and onboarding practices with Werner. Stevens Transport, family-owned refrigerated megacarrier based in Dallas. They also have excellent onboarding and OJT for new drivers. Al has worked with them since the late 1990s. I have found them to be a serious group that puts a high priority on their drivers. Schneider National of Green Bay, Wisconsin, they have a strong diversity of all types of loads, from dry van to tanker operations and everything in between. One of the largest companies in North America. These are just some of the carriers Al has worked with and found new entry-level drivers to be successful at. Start looking at them for your first entry-level job. Check back regularly as we plan to add more employers that the expert can recommend. Questions to ask when choosing a carrier. It's important to ask the same or similar questions to every carrier you are considering. This helps you create a structured interview so you can compare each offer along the same data points. Companies will always try to emphasize their strong points. Those points may or may not be important to you. By asking the same questions and comparing answers, you will have the best chance or making the best selection for you. This question set will be available for you to download free of charge. Here are some primary questions to ask of all prospective companies. 1. What can I expect to happen during orientation? What is the schedule of activities during orientation? 2. How soon can I expect to receive a paycheck? 3. What is the pay rate during my training phase? 4. How long does the OJT training phase last? What conditions must I meet? Do you have team or solo driving choices? What are my projected earnings in the first 6 months, 12 months for each?